Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Batmobile from Fanhome Stage 8. Let's go ahead and get the parts open, then we'll get the book open and we will put this together. You can see I have most of the parts that we've gotten for the engine in front of me because more than anything, it's just to show how many parts we've already gotten for the engine. All these came in the last shipment. So, and I keep seeing residual stuff from last night on the HTM stream. I was doing quite a bit of work on the Eagle last night. Not quite as loud and noisy as the last time I opened one of these bubble packs. Okay, so we have here, and I'm going to identify them. This is the oil pan top. It is plastic. 7B should be part of the oil pan bottom. It is. 7C, which is also plastic, is the oil pan itself. Let's see, then we have oil pan hose bracket, which is this little piece right here. Let me go ahead and put that in one of these tins I have. We've got the oil pan hose. We're going to put a piece of wire inside of that. Let's see, 8F generator. That has got to be this part right here. Generator, alternator. This is probably going to be this one, 8G. Generator rear cover. We've got the mounting arm here for the generator. This should be the front. Let's see what it says. 8I. Generator front cover. Pulley, inner, outer, and center. So we've got the inner pulley here. Outer pulley, I believe, and this should be the center. And we have some screws. Not a whole lot, and I don't think AP, TP, none of them that are going into metal. Okay, so the first thing it has you do is take the oil pan and the oil pan bottom and attach them together just like that. There's a couple of lugs down inside there as well, screw holes in the middle. Let's get out a couple of AP screws and attach those. Only two. There's 3 left in the bag, which means we have 2 more that are going to be used to attach somewhere else. If we could get the screw to stay on the end of the screwdriver. And if you build partworks, you absolutely need magnetic screwdrivers. I picked up something to magnetize them because these screwdrivers that I'm using do not come magnetized. And so I finally picked up a magnetized, demagnetized little doohickey, this little box right here. This thing right here. Magnetize, demagnetize, demagnetize here, magnetize here. Nice to have, and it lets you magnetize your screwdrivers. So here we're going to take that, but before we do that, let's see. That's interesting. I may not need it for this short of a thing especially because I do not know where I put my wire last time I used it. You don't see the rest of the shop. It is destroyed right now. Oh, there it is. I don't think I actually need the wire for this one. but I'm getting into the habit of using it because it lets you bend your hoses and wires specifically how you want to. You get my side cutters here. It's a very short hose, or not. Yeah, this is a hose. Definitely wouldn't need this, but I have more than too much of that wire. Come on, fit in there. And that might not be the best idea because it almost came through right there. So let's push this a little bit further on. We'll use the end of this to push it further in. This is a little bit thinner. The tube is a little bit thinner than you usually have. So you push that in there like that. That's going to go on here on the side of the go side of the oil pan. You got this little pin right here, little hole right there. That's going to be just a push fit. Hopefully it's not going to be like this wire is, keeps falling off the transmission. So now we take the top, and you've got a couple of, I'm about to put this on upside down. So you got a couple of lugs on here, match up with these lugs on here. I was about to put it the other way around, this side down. That would have been bad. This is going to pop on here and should line up just like that to where it holds itself in place. Take out two of these screws. So set the other ones, or the last one aside. We're going to put the first screw down in here. Get the other one started. Put it in here. Tighten it all the way down. Snug, but not over tight. Do not strip out your screws. I like the way they did this because you cannot see the screws. This is going to go on here. Something should go on somewhere like this. Might be on this side. Yep. This will go on here. Eventually will go on like this, and the screws will all disappear. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the front of the the front of the generator, and we're going to put the inner pulley, which has the slots on there. Basically, that is a fan to keep it cool. We're going to take the next part. Actually, I thought this was the outer. That's actually the middle. It's the longer of the three, or the longer of the two that are left. And then the outer one, it's going to go on here just like that. That's all going to be held in place by a TP screw, which the TP screws are flanged, which is going to help hold it in place a little bit. And unfortunately, the screw head is going to be visible. You can't do that. Can't avoid that on a lot of these parts. Come on, get in the hole. Crank it all the way down until it's tight. And even when it's tight, these parts are free to turn. Just make sure it is all the way tight, because they do flap a little bit. But like I said, these are now free to turn I wonder if they're going to finally, because they've done this on most every part work, I wonder if they're going to finally put a little motor or something on there to make it look like it's actually running. So then we take the generator. Let's see, generator, the rear of the generator front cover using 1 TP screw. I'm just looking. There is no shaped hole. It is a round hole, round peg. So something will hold that in place later, because there's a detail on the outside of the generator. Since I'm going to need both of these screws anyway, I'm not going to fight with it. The way I like to do this is I put the screw through the back, get it slotted on here if I can. I think I fell off the screw. It's a little bit of jockeying to get this to work. That feels like it's going in. Tighten it down. Doesn't feel like it's completely tight. It feels like it is, but it doesn't, because it's still pretty wobbly on there. So if I can find the head of the screw, tighten it all the way down. It was snug. Now it's tight, and nice that it's not so tight, because a lot of times these things will tighten them down, and if you don't have the details where they need to be, you can't rotate it. But this is actually it's not free to turn, but you can turn it. We're going to take the cap here. This is just going to push on the end cap on the for the generator. We're going to take that assembly. This is a pretty small part to be just left hanging. I'm not happy that they just leave that hanging. I understand that they don't have anywhere to attach it yet. It will, I believe, eventually go on here something like this, but that's a tiny part that can easily get lost. Especially, this is the last pack in this set. So let's see. Okay, so we got a hole there with the keyway. The keyway right there. That's going to go on here like this. So let me go ahead and get the screw in there to hold it in place. The hole from the back. Again, holding it while I'm getting it tightened down. I'm going to have to get it back into the keyway. So that key will hold that relatively straight. And I'm guessing, just looking to see, maybe this goes this way. I'm not sure, but this is going to go on. Somehow this is going to play into attaching the generator to the rest of the car, or the rest of the motor. But that is all there is to do in that stage. Got some screws left over. So at the end of the third shipment, I think this was, at the end of the third shipment, we'll go with third shipment. We now have all the pieces from the from before, the hood, We've got the roll bar. We've got the windshield. Now we've got the transmission, oil pan, half an engine, and a couple other extraneous parts that are hanging out. So I hope you're enjoying this build. I really appreciate you stopping by. I think it's a great thing when you do. There's a lot of people building this on YouTube, and I'm glad you stopped by my channel to see how I'm doing it. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. Links are in the description. See what we're doing. See what's going on our live streams. There are 3 of them a week right now. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video.